Come here, little guys. Hey guys, welcome out to the channel. Today we got a few things that we got to be catching up on. We got to get our garden going out front. We've decided to till up some of our front yard and use it as a garden this year because why not? I mean, it's just wasted land. There's some little babies in there. Oh, there's the mama. Hey girl. So here is one of the little kits. This is New Zealand. And these are just a couple of days old. Yeah, so our rabbitry is doing really well. We've had 5 litters so far out of the different rabbits. They're doing all great. The kids love it. They go in the little runs every day and get in there and play with them. It's great. We play with them. Everybody really enjoys it. But today, one of the things that we need to do is till up some of the front yard. And if you guys can remember, we had that one Craftsman tiller that came in here not running, not doing anything. We got it running and the drive chain for it was completely rusted out and also had flat tires. Well, the other day we got a tube from the great Amazon and I gotta figure out where in the world I put it. So we got our tube, and one of the things that we need to do is go ahead and get that tube installed because the tire right here is not sealing around the bead, so we decided to go with a tube. And we pulled out the Harbor Freight little tire changer and it's been working great. Took a little bit to get off because this thing, the tire seems to be a little bit deeper onto the a little bit stiffer, and there was a bunch of dirt, as you guys can see, all built up right here in the middle. So we're gonna work on trying to get this tube on there and then get the tire replaced, hopefully not popping the tube. The first thing that we are going to be doing is inflating the tire just a little bit, just to kind of give it some kind of form so that we know exactly how it's got to go on. And it'll just pop in there, and we got to wedge that through there. That's exactly how it'll look. But first we need to get one of the parts of the tire on right here, and we got some of the soap and water mix, so we're gonna go ahead and get this kind of lubricated back up so that slides on there easy. And this is always a messy job. If you've never done it before, it is kind of messy because of all the dirt. Even regular car tires are like that. So we'll try to get one side put on. All right, and now the real task is trying to get the tube in there and not pop anything. So the best way to do it is pull the tire up as far as you can to kind of tuck everything in there. One of the things that I did when I originally worked on this was put the anti-seize on here. It didn't have any beforehand, and I am certainly glad that I did it because this was very easy to get off this last time. I see. So now because I've gotten it to where the tire's inflated, it's hitting the guard on the backside. Alright, so now we gotta find the hole, which is right there. Come out a little bit. There we go. So now we can go ahead and get our tilling on with getting the garden set up. Does anybody else have a gas can that you can tell how cold it is by how the container swells? If it's hot outside, this container kind of pushes out, and then it's a colder day today, it's kind of shrunk back in. And even on the warm days, I come out here and I just kind of, I don't even put this top on anymore. I kind of just leave it sitting there. Seems like it always wants to vent, and has me concerned sometimes about how big this gas can gets. Like it's not venting like it's supposed to, and it could possibly explode or something. Does anybody ever have that? Alright guys, so we got this whole entire front yard, and we want to plant a couple different vegetables, corn and a couple different things. And we just recently took out the tree that was right there. It was only a tree stump, the tree died. So what I want to do is kind of get this whole entire area tilled up and be able to plant some stuff. I do have my trailer that we need to pull out every once in a while, so I gotta keep enough room for that. But almost doing like a 10-foot wide plot by I don't even know how long. We're just gonna go with it and see what happens. We have cucumbers, corn, a couple different items that we're gonna be wanting to plant. So, and it's getting warm enough to where we can actually do it. All right, so we got this little plot all tilled up, and now I'm gonna go ahead and rake it. We've got some Miracle-Gro stuff that we're gonna put in here as well, and kind of mix the two of them together, trying to get a better soil. So now that we've gotten the first round of tilling done, I'm just gonna go over and try to get all these grass clumps
Love you, Dad.
picked up. Love you too, buddy. And see where I need to go over and till again. And because like right here, this is still pretty much in the ground, so we want to go ahead and make sure it's all torn up good. That way when we plant things and we make our little rows for the vegetables, that it isn't something going into hard ground again, or that we're going to have a lot of weeds come back up. So I think I'll have to till through this all once more, maybe go a little bit slower on it. So I've cleaned up the area quite a bit. I've gone over it 3 or 4 different times with the tiller, and really gone through and raked up whatever grass I could get out. And now I think that I'm mainly ready to go ahead and get the hills made for planting the different things. We're going to be mainly doing corn in here and probably cucumbers in the front. But what I'm going to do is try to get 4 different rows in here and just make some little hills. And then whenever I go to plant, I'm going to be putting Miracle-Gro on top of those hills as well, and in the holes wherever the seeds are going. So it's got that little bit of extra stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get these hills made just by raking them up, and we'll see what it turns out like. All right, so we got our 4 rows made up now, and over the next couple of days I'm just gonna go through and start picking out some of the grass that's still built up, like right here, and we're gonna just kind of pull this stuff out, try to shake off whatever dirt we can, and just work it for the next couple of days, and then hopefully this weekend it'll be warm enough that we can go ahead and plant everything. Even last night it got down into the 30s, and corn does not like to grow in cold dirt, so I'm not wanting to plant it before the ground is warm enough. But we've got it set, the water can drain right down through the rows. One thing I noticed on the garden that we have in the back is that the front right here was built up too high and water kind of sat in between the rows, and we don't want that out here. So this is on like a kind of a slope, so that will help. But hopefully we can get some stuff growing in here soon.